When I was younger, I think like 12, 16, even 20, I used to wonder about the kind of person I'd be by the time I was 30. It felt so far away, this idea of being a real adult. Would I have everything figured out? Would I feel settled, accomplished, happy? I kept asking myself that same question over the years. At 20, when I was just starting to navigate the world on my own. At 24, when I felt like I was stuck between who I was and who I wanted to be. But every time, the vision was hazy. Like I couldn't quite picture the kind of adult I'd become. And now I'm here, I'm 30, and no, I haven't arrived, whatever that means. But I do have the perspective to look back at who I was in those earlier years and tell you what I've learned so far. So, to my 20-year-old self, here's what I would say if I could sit with you now. When I think about the person I was at 20, I realize how much of my energy went towards trying to prove myself, trying to be strong, confident, and capable in the ways I thought others expected me to be. But what I didn't understand was that true self-respect doesn't come from what others see in you. It comes from how you see and treat yourself. See, at 20, I thought self-respect was all about projecting strength, appearing confident and capable to everyone around me. But self-respect isn't about appearances. It's about how you treat yourself when nobody else is looking. True respect comes from seeing yourself clearly, without excuses, without distortions. It means being honest with yourself about what you need, what you deserve, and what you're accepting that isn't serving you. But here's the catch. We often let emotions or attachments cloud our judgment. We make excuses for others and ourselves, and it keeps us stuck in patterns that really don't honor who we are. If I could give you one piece of advice, it's this. Strive to see yourself objectively and treat yourself as fairly as you would someone you truly love. It's not always easy, but the more you practice, the more natural it will feel. And once you truly respect yourself, and I mean respecting yourself in the hard moments, everything else, your decisions, your relationships will begin to align with that. And it's funny because the way you see yourself shapes so much of your life, especially your relationships. At 20, I didn't understand how much self-respect plays into who you let into your life, who you keep close, and who you let go. To me, relationships felt like something I had to keep at all costs, even if they weren't right for me. But over time, I've learned that the people who truly matter aren't always the ones you expect. The people who matter the most aren't the ones who only show up during the highs. They're the ones who stick around when life is quiet, or messy, or even boring. They're the ones who show they care through their consistency and not just their words. And here's the truth. Not everyone will stay. People you thought would be there forever will drift away, or you'll realize they weren't meant to stay in your life. It'll hurt, and you'll wonder what you did wrong, but over time, you will understand that their leaving isn't a reflection of your worth. It's just life moving you in different directions. And the beauty in it all, it creates space. Space for new people, new energy, new relationships that align with who you're becoming. Letting go is hard, but it's necessary. And the people you always thought you wanted, they might not be the people you want in the long run, and that is completely okay. And speaking about learning things in the long run, something I didn't realize until much later, I thought confidence was something you either had or you didn't. But what I've learned is that confidence is not a fixed quality. It's something you build every time you try, even when you're scared. Every time you try, whether you succeed or fail, you're telling yourself, I believe I can handle this. And that's what confidence really is. The belief in your ability to face whatever happens next. I really don't think it's about fearlessness. It's about acting in spite of the fear. And yes, people will judge you. They'll project their insecurities on you. They might doubt you or even criticize you. But their opinions, they're truly irrelevant. Again, confidence is cultivated through action, not approval. The more you try, the more you prove to yourself you're capable. And that is a strength that no one can take away. I also do recognize the thing about confidence is that it's so much easier when you stop worrying about what other people think of you. At 20, I spent so much of my time over-analyzing what other people thought of me. Whether I was doing enough, whether I was being enough. It's exhausting. And what I learned is, in the end, it doesn't even matter. Why? It doesn't matter because people judge through the lens of their own experiences, their insecurities, and their biases. Their opinions are rarely about you. It's about their reality. Once you understand this, you'll realize that their judgments don't hold power over you unless you give it to them. So in my mind, let them think what they want, Let them misjudge you, misunderstand you, even criticize you. That's their choice. Your freedom comes from releasing the need to control their narrative. While they're stuck in their judgments, you'll be out there living your life, unbothered and unapologetically, maybe even starting a YouTube channel. So, looking back, I wish I could tell my 20-year-old self that it is okay to let go of the toxic relationships, of fears, of the weight of others' opinions. You don't need to have everything figured out right now. You just need to keep growing, keep trying, and trust that each step will bring you closer to the person you're meant to be. And to my 40-year-old self, I cannot wait to meet you. I hope you're still curious, still growing, and still proud of how far we've come. Until then, I'll keep doing my best to honor the journey we're on.